Yo, what's good? Yo, what's good? All right. So I'm back with another one. So moving forward, right? Moving forward from this Keisha complaining, how are we going to attack more? How are we, as so-called black males, are going to combat more serious issues that actually really have an effect on the black male collective, such as high unemployment within the black male collective, such as high discrimination when it comes to employment within the black male collective, such as a high amount of black males entering a life of crime, such as a high amount of black males being incarcerated. I mean, these are the more serious issues that we should be talking about, right? Within this space that we consider to be the so-called black manosphere. You know, I mean, that's what I thought it was. But it seems as if ever since 2015, when the 2-point host sector of the black manosphere first started, people just got sidetracked with just complaining about their lack of sexual access to a bad crop of females, which still bugs me out. For one, why would you be this worried about a bad crop of females who's not giving you sexual access? And number two, how is it so hard to get sexual access from these group of females when these group of females are a bunch of hoes that's easy as hell? But the thing is that if you are a man with any type of integrity and any type of standard, you wouldn't desire to even sleep with these types with the Keisha types of the world. Because if you have any type of any basic standards, you would desire something that is of better quality. Thus, you wouldn't even focus or worry about whether or not Keisha would give you sexual access, because if you are a man with any type of standard, you wouldn't give them any sexual access to you. And since there isn't a lot of males within this space who obviously do not have that type of mentality, it lets you know that there are a lot of low down ass niggas in this motherfucker. See, the majority of males within this space, the viewing audience and the stagnation creators alike, are a bunch of males who ain't shit, who are a bunch of males who should have been swallowed up and be in the fucking garbage can of some Planned Parenthood clinic somewhere. Yeah, it's where the fuck they should be. I mean, it's very, it seems to me that it's very difficult for a lot of so called black males online to move forward with the conversation when it comes when it comes to the things that truly affect so-called black males. A lot of so-called black males do not want to move forward from this Keisha conversation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of so-called black males do not want to move forward from talking about bringing Keisha into this imaginary negotiation table that will never exist, right? A lot of so-called black males want to, or a lot of so-called black males do not want to move forward with trying to convince Keisha to stop giving sexual access to the so-called Pookies and Ray Rays of the world and start giving the so-called educated lames a fucking chance, right? which to me, that mentality in itself is insane. That logic in itself is insane because if you're a so-called educated lame, right? Which to me, that word is an oxymoron, but that's for another topic, right? But if you consider yourself to be an educated black man who is who has a great career, who has some level of moral standard, right? Why would you even consider a group of dysfunctional females such as the Keishas of the world to actually give no to actually be with a guy like you when you're better than that? Why would you even desire to be with a dysfunctional female? This lets me know that a lot of you males with this way of thinking are dysfunctional your goddamn selves, because that itself is dysfunctional. When you have such a desire for a dysfunctional female to be with you, that makes you dysfunctional. Because once again, that thinking in itself is dysfunctional. It's just as much as how you have these females who so desire to have relationships or to have any type of relations and even a child with someone most derelict, dumbass, unproductive males in society. That itself is dysfunctional. And you have males who have adopted that same dysfunctional way of thinking. All right, so we got this person right here who wants to troll me, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the panel just for this person, for we could have a one-on-one. All right. So peace in the east from the beast. No more trolling, no more typing in my comment section. Come on the panel and let's speak. And I want you to show me where have I created any type of straw man argument. And if you plan to come on the panel, what's not going to happen is you're not going to disrespect me and you're not going to talk over me. We're going to have a cordial and respectful conversation. But you need to break down, how am I giving out straw man arguments? And if you're not going to come on the panel, then you'll be blocked from my channel. That's it. Bring your behind on the panel. There's the link right there. And we can speak. And if you're not man enough to speak on the panel, then you're just going to get the fuck away from my channel altogether. I mean, you was trolling me when I was on AM1's chat earlier. Now you trolling me here. And you was kind of semi-trolling on my panel or on my channel yesterday. So come on the panel since you want some attention. I'll give you some attention today. No, come on the panel, dog. Come on the panel. I put the link 2 times just in case if you didn't see the link the first time. Come on the panel. You call me an internet ninja, but you're on the internet also. So what does that make you? You're an internet ninja just like me. Yeah, I'm on the internet. I'm an internet ninja. We're all internet ninjas, right? If we're all on the internet, all on social media, then that makes us all internet ninjas. That's what I thought. We have a lot of cowardly males online. Yeah, I know he's not coming up. He's a coward. That's the thing with a lot of these so-called black males on the internet. They have all the heart to come and troll you. But now when you give them the opportunity to come on the panel, let's speak for we could have an understanding together. They don't want to do that. Maybe peace in the east from the beast is correct. Maybe he's correct, right? Maybe I am utilizing a straw man. But how can we know for sure if he's correct if he does not have the heart to come on the panel and explain his argument? Explain to me how I'm utilizing a straw man. Maybe I'm utilizing a straw man, but I don't know it yet. And if that's the case, you can come on the panel and explain yourself and prove that what you're saying is correct. And if you've successfully proven that what you're saying is correct, then hey, I have no shame in admitting that you're right and I'm wrong. But it all starts with you coming on the panel and having the heart to have a one-on-one dialogue with me. Exactly. Come on the panel and stand on your square. Stand on your square. You know, this guy earlier when I was on AM1's chat, right? When I was on AM1's live stream earlier today, this person is accusing me, or have accused me, of trying to dictate the free speech of other black males, right? But yet, a few minutes ago, on this channel, on this video right now, I gave him the opportunity to utilize his free speech to come and speak to me directly to prove to me how I'm using a straw man argument. Anyhow, let's move on, right? Let's move on to the topic, right? Like I said, a lot of black males have a difficult time with moving forward. A lot of black males on the internet, that is. A lot of so called black males on the internet would rather stick to this victimization narrative, right? With these victimization narratives, in which in these victimization narratives, they always have to create a boogeyman that they accuse of holding them down. You know, you have a lot of fake pro blacks on the internet who stick to this victimization thing, who want to say, well, quote unquote, the white supremacy is keeping us down. White supremacy is keeping us down. The Caucasian race is keeping us down. Okay. But when someone comes up and say, okay, if that's the case, why can't we organize together and actually counter what this Caucasian person is trying to do to us in order for we could be liberated? Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Now there's all these excuses why that can't happen within the so-called black manosphere, especially the 2.0 version of the black manosphere. It's, you know, the black females keeping us down, Keisha's keeping us down, feminism, feminism and the Democratic Party have destroyed the black male collective. Okay, why can't we organize together as black males? If that's the case, why can't we organize together as black males and be politically active and create laws that would counter the damage that feminism has supposedly done to the black male collective? Oh, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. No, 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 you can't do that. Feminism is going to stop you if you try to do that. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Oh, really? All right. Well, how about we just move on with our lives? Let's not cry and complain about a bad crop of females not giving, well, you guys any sexual access, and focus on actually improving our lives in every facet of our lives, whether it be mentally, physically, spiritually, economically, etc. Oh, nah, 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 nah. You simping. You simping. You simping. Oh, you trying to dictate what black males are saying. You trying to dictate the free speech of other black males. Oh, you trying to stop us. No, nobody trying to stop you. We're just telling you to move forward. So there is what I'm witnessing in this space, or what I have witnessed in this space, is that there's two things. There's a desire for people to remain in a state of pain, and there's also a desire for people to make sure that others remain in a level of pain, for so they can capitalize off of other people's pain. Like, so let me repeat myself. For the past couple of years in this pathetic space, I recognize two things: that there's a desire for one to keep others in a state of pain, for so they could capitalize off of that pain, and there's also a desire of people to stay in a level of pain, because it seems as if a lot of people on here, especially within the viewing audience, love to be in pain. They're a glutton for punishment. This is what we have here, and it's sick. It's very sick. It's a very sick way of thinking. And when you have people like me and a few others who try to encourage you guys to get the hell out of that that's a sick mindset, all of a sudden we're labeled as the villains. We're labeled as the simps. We're labeled as those who are constantly feeding straw man arguments. We're labeled as those who's trying to dictate what another man is saying. No, no, we're just telling you to move forward. What is wrong with moving forward? That's all you can do, by the way. Really, that's all you can do is move forward from it. So-called black males on the internet have a hard time with moving forward from this relationship, from this relationship slash black male, black female diatribe. And a lot of so-called black females too. But in this video, I'm getting on the black males. I'm on the tail of the black males in this video. A lot of the so-called black males within this online sector, they enjoy the online drama. They enjoy it. And you get the most drama on here online by focusing on this the black male female dynamic conversation. And there's no real solution when a lot of so-called black males and females come together and have this argument when it comes to this black male female dynamic conversation. They act like children. It's always pointing the finger. You this, you that, you this, you that. And the black male is pointing the finger at the black female saying, you this, you that, you this, you that. The black female is pointing the finger at the black male saying, you this, you that, you this, you that. And it seems like none of the sides actually want to listen to each other. It seems like none of the sides want to say, you know what? You actually make a great point. But here's another great point that's also true. Okay, yeah, that is true also. Okay, so now that we know that this is true, how can we solve this issue? No, 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 no. You don't get that. You get all this emotionalism. You know, the black female want to be all loud. You black male. The black male want to be all loud. All emotional shit. You know, so damn stupid. But no one wants to move forward, especially so-called black males online. They don't want to move forward from speaking about this dating conversation. And you know what I find so funny when it comes to a lot of people online who speak about this dating conversation? That the majority of people who have 101 opinions when it comes to this dating slash black male female dynamic conversation are not even a relationship material. The majority of people who engage in this relationship conversation online are not even relationship or marriage material. They have a history of being terrible mates. And you can tell this just by the nonsense that comes out of that they speak about. You could tell just by how they behave that they're terrible fucking mates. Because if you say one thing that they disagree with, oh, they lose their whole temper. So you could imagine what has happened in their past relationships whenever their mate disagrees with them. Because of course, in relationships and or marriages, there will be disagreements. But it all comes down to how will you handle that disagreement, right? How will you handle these disagreements? How will you move forward from the disagreements that you have? How will you and your mate come together and solve and find a solution when it comes to the disagreements that you have, right? So there will always be disagreements in relationships, marriages, friendships, etc. But when you have people on the internet, complete strangers who don't know you, who have never seen you before, but except for behind a computer screen or behind a smartphone screen, getting upset at you for not agreeing with them. Just imagine how they behave on front of someone that they seen face to face, that they sleep in the bed next to, who disagree with them. A lot of people who speak, who have something to say when it comes to this relationship dialogue, have a history of being terrible mates, which is why there's no surprise where you hear their stories of their long history of bad relationships. Now, not that I'm saying that every person who enter into bad relationships are bad people, right? But a lot of these motherfuckers on here are. What's going on? The Antisocial Socialite podcast. What's up? But when it comes down to this, moving forward, when will you move forward, man? Because now this is to the so-called black males online always complaining about these no good black females. These no good black females are going to be no good until they decide for themselves to change their ways, right? In which you have no control over. So when will you move forward and actually place yourself in better environments that breed a better caliber of females who you should be focusing on? That's moving forward. When will you look deep within inside yourself and do some self-reflecting and some self-analyzation and realize that you need to improve on the caliber of man you are? See, in my wacky world, every responsible individual should be doing this and should have done this. This is common sense within my wacky world. See, once again, the reason why I call myself the wacky world of OTV is because I believe that I live in a different planet than a lot of people on planet Earth. I believe I came from a different planet. I believe that I am the real life Clark Kent, Superman, without the superpowers, right? That when I was a baby, that my native home planet, I guess, got was in the danger of being exploded. And right before it exploded, my true biological parents put me into this spacecraft and threw me out in the air, right? And boom, right after I left, my home planet blew up and I fell down on Earth. And when I fell down on Earth, I realized that there's a big difference between me and most people on planet Earth, which is I have common sense and most people don't. So I'm probably from, you know, a real life version of the planet Krypton or something. But I don't know the true name of which planet I come from. So I just call it the wacky world. Okay? Because in my wacky world, all of this shit that I'm saying is common sense. But it's so sad that a lot of people do not have the common sense to realize what I'm saying. What's going on, Joe W. and Ronan Unsung? What's up, y'all? It's so sad. It's like once you enter your teen years, especially your late teen years, you should be focusing on self reflection and focus on how to make yourself a better human being. Any responsible person, any responsible adult with any level of integrity, with any level of standard, understand the importance of self reflecting, becoming better people, and moving forward from a situation. But it seems as if a lot of 30, 40, 50, and 60-year olds on the internet don't understand that. As the saying goes, common sense is not common practice. What I usually say is that if you want to see common sense, then go to a museum because that shit is extinct. Go to your local museum, and that's when you'll find common sense next to the dinosaur fossils because that shit is extinct. Well, almost extinct. Almost extinct. Okay, because there's still a few of us that have common sense. And I truly believe that the few in this world who still have common sense are also from a different planet. You never know. You're probably from the same planet that I'm from. You know, And as I stated in my prior video last night that I did last night, is that you have to watch out for a lot of these stagnation creators, right? I won't call them content creators. I call them stagnation creators because there are a lot of so-called content creators within this pathetic space who create content to keep a lot of black males in a state of stagnation. Thus, they're stagnation creators. And the things that they say, the types of narratives that they promote, if believed by the viewing audience, is holding the audience back from moving forward with their lives. So you guys as the viewing audience need to be real careful and avoid stagnation creators, because these stagnation creators want to keep you in a level of total pessimism. They want to keep you in a state of being angry at the world. They want to keep you at a state of believing that you can't amount to anything in life, that you can't accomplish anything in life. They want to keep you in a state of always being upset at a bad crop of females, just to keep you from moving forward in life. They want to keep you stagnant. Why? Because these stagnation creators, they've been stagnant in life. A lot of these stagnation creators are fucking losers in the real world. And online popularity is the only thing that they have going for themselves. They have nothing else going for themselves. And in order for them to keep their online popularity, in order for them to keep their online popularity going, they have to keep you as the audience in a state of being stagnant as they are. They have to keep you as the viewing audience in a state of anger and pain as they are. Because as long as you stay in a position of being stagnant, as long as you stay in a state of being in pain, angry, sad, depressed, you're always going to feel as if you can relate to these stagnation creators. And you likewise, and also you're going to feel as if these stagnation creators are able to relate to you. When in reality, all they're doing is manipulating your ass. But when you feel as if you can relate to them, and likewise they can relate to you, you're always going to sit down and listen to them and give your money to their ass, which keeps their online popularity afloat. See, they don't care about your ass. They just care about how they can use your ass. And that's why I'm telling you, as the viewing audience who fits the description of what I'm talking about, to leave them the fuck alone. Right, right. They're emotional drug dealers. Emotional drug dealers. That's exactly what they are. Emotional drug dealers. Joe W. There's no common sense when it comes to the majority of people, especially on the internet. There's a lack of common sense. And shout outs to AM1. Shout outs to the homie AM1, right? in which that he constantly tell a lot of you so-called black males that females don't owe you shit, which is true. Females don't owe you anything. Likewise, the world don't owe you anything. And the same goes to a lot of you so-called black females also. Males don't owe you shit. Nobody owes you shit. No one owes you nothing. Nobody owes you anything. Once you're an adult in this world, you have to realize the reality that nobody owes you anything. But if you desire something, whatever it is, you must go out there and earn it yourself. Right? So therefore, it is imperative for a lot of you so-called black males on the internet to stop having this entitlement mentality and thinking that somehow, some way, that so-called black females are entitled to or entitled to be with, or excuse me, it's imperative for you so-called black males on the internet to stop believing that you're entitled to gain some sort of sexual access to so-called black females. To think that you're just entitled to everything in the world. Because that's what it seems like. It seems as if because I've heard a lot of males on the internet say some stupid shit such as, well, I have a good career, I'm educated, I make good money, but these females don't. I make good money. I thought once I'm in a certain position and make certain money, that I'm going to get access to all these different weave wearing quiches in the world. But I haven't. But it's like, when I've heard some people say that on here. So, and when I've heard some of these males make these types of arguments, it comes across to me as if these males feel entitled to what's in between the legs of Keisha just because they have some money in their pockets. And it's like, no, you're not entitled to anything in this world. Whatever you want in this world, you have to put yourself in a position to earn what you want. But and likewise, you so-called black females have that same entitlement issue where a lot of you so-called black females are on a lot of these different television programs. You're on a lot of these shows online talking about, I'm beautiful, I'm educated, I'm successful. So how come I can't find a good black man? As if your education makes you entitled to just get a man. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is wrong with a lot of people with this entitlement mentality, man? A lot of people just feel entitled to something. And once again, I know I come from a different planet because me in my life, I never looked at myself as someone who's entitled to something. I always knew in the back of my mind that whatever I want, I have to put in the work and the blood, sweat, and tears to earn what I want. Whether it comes to wanting to improve my living, my livelihood, whether it comes to wanting more money in my pocket, whether or not it comes to improving my health, whether or not when it comes to relationships, I always knew that I wasn't entitled to shit. That I'm never entitled to shit. That whatever I want, I have to earn. And I'm making this and I'm stating this because this entitlement mentality is another factor as to why it's difficult for a lot of so-called black males on the internet to move forward from talking about this whole relationship piece on the internet. They can't. That's another reason why it's difficult for a lot of so-called black males on the internet to move forward because they feel so entitled to something. They feel so entitled to be in between the legs of the Keishas of the world. And once they see that they're not entitled to be in between the legs of Keisha, they go insane. They go insane and come up with these 9 to 10 to 12-hour live streams talking about Keisha all day. I don't get how people can spend 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours on the internet talking about the same topic day in and day out. I don't get how people could do that. Me, I can't even be on the internet for more than 2 hours for the most part. For the most part. I can't be on the internet or on a live stream for more than 2 hours. I can't. Like after maybe an hour and a half, I'm done. I'm done. But man, we especially as so-called black males online and in the real world, we have to learn how to move forward from certain things, man. Especially when it comes to the quiches of the world, the the so-called black females who are not relationship material, who are not marriage material, who do not have the proper character or morals to make wholesome wives. We have to move forward from focusing on these types. For once in our lives, we have to do that and actually focus on more important issues that affect the black male collective that we can actually fight and accomplish if we organize together and fight to have power in the society. But I'm done. I'm done with this video. Hopefully you motherfuckers learned something today. So shout out to all the people commenting or who have commented in this live stream. Shout outs to you, Shaw Willie. Shout outs to you, Joe W. Shout outs to you once again, Antisocial Socialite Podcast. Shout outs to Ronan Unsung. Shout outs to Alonzo Hall, the All-Star Advisor. Please subscribe to his channel. You know, and shout out to this coward who was so afraid to come on the panel and have a conversation with me. You know, peace in the east from the beast. And shout out to all the people who's watching me in the clouds and or watching me on the playback. Okay, so before I leave, let me read her comment. She said, the Antisocial Socialite Podcast says high level of entitlement and a lack of understanding the basics. You can't negotiate desire. Regardless of what you have, if a female isn't crazy about you, it doesn't matter what you have or do. Right, right. And if a female isn't crazy about you, there'll be another female who will be. It's that simple. But all right, I'm out of here. You have a great day or a great night, great evening, or whatever time it is while you're watching me, right? Peace.